Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for the second segment of in-home workout with your gliders or towels and your Swiffer mop. So we're going to use the same props for this segment, but now we're going to have more of a focus on the core and the upper body. If you did do the inner thigh and leg work from the last segment, we will work in maybe a tiny bit more inner thigh. So don't overdo it. You're already sore from the inner thighs. Maybe you skip that part today. Okay, so we're gonna start with the core, we're opening up the shoulders. I have a double folded mat because my mat's not very thick. So it's up to you if you wanna fold the mat or just sit on a regular mat, but we do need the gliders pretty close behind us. So make sure you're on the edge of the mat here. And I'm actually gonna be sliding a little bit with my feet, that's why I've got the socks on. So we're gonna take both towels, right and left palm. And if you're comfortable, you can spiral your palm back behind you so that your fingertips are facing away. If you have very tight shoulders, the modification for this is just a bend into the elbows and extend into the elbows. And you can add the legs or not, okay? If you just need shoulder work here today, then stay there, bend and extend. If there's any pain in the wrist, go ahead and leave this one out, okay? Should not be pain in the joint, just opening through the muscles of the front of the shoulder. If your shoulders are feeling healthy today and you want to expand a little bit up there, go ahead and inhale, take the upper body back, and then exhale, pull the belly in to lift through the center. Option to add legs, you can lengthen one and pull it in. Alternating legs, lifting. You can stay here with the alternating legs, or you can go double leg stretch, okay? So again, it's an inhale, open to the chest, exhale, pull the body in. Inhale, length, exhale, pull it in. Inhale, find length. Two more. And lift. Last one. And lift. Very nice. Bring your towels around. Roll the wrist out. Fold forward if your back is tight. We're going to go into a little bit more core. First, I'm going to give you the option to do with the Swiffer mop. Again, it just has to have a flat surface on the bottom to do some of these moves. So if it's just a pole or broom, this one will not work. So I'm going to give you another option with a towel. But if we're using the pole, you're going to have to stack one hand on top of the other, right? We're using a lot of lat and triceps, but we're trying to get into the core. So starting with the left hand on top, all I'm doing is I'm trying to lean my body forward like a tower. And then I'm going to hinge at the hip to pull back. Inhale, and if you need more, you take it further away. And if you need less, you pull it closer to you. Inhale, taking it away. And exhale to pull it back. One more with this hand on top. And pull it back up. Other arm comes to the top. And we keep it going. And exhale, pull. Inhale, take it away. Try to keep your spine nice and long. If you have hyperlordosis or a sway back like myself where it really wants to arch, this may not be the best exercise for you. So keep it going if you like that one. We're gonna do our second set with the towels, okay? So the towels come into the palm, place them out in front, find your long stretch, right? From here. Inhale, take the arms wide, reach them a little bit further out, and then exhale, hinge at your hip, pull it back. Getting the fingertips just beyond the shoulders for a little extra work. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale away. Exhale, pull back. Squeezing the glutes as well as you're squeezing the abs at this point. Let's try two more. Inhale back and exhale out. This time, sink it all the way back into child's pose, and you can hang there if you need to. Going into a little bit of inner thigh. This one I really love is like a hip opener. You're gonna take your outside leg, okay? and it's in a slightly turned out position, okay? The kneeling leg right here is pointing straight towards the pole. So you're lined up in front, and then we're gonna lengthen this leg out. You can do these with a bent knee. It's an option, right, to warm it up, bend into that knee. But what we're gonna be doing here to get the workload in is as this leg slides away, I'm gonna sink back into my heel. And I'm gonna squeeze everything from the glutes to the rear thigh and come back up. Inhale, take it down and down. Torso stays lifted. Exhale to squeeze it up. If you have a very tight hip or inner thigh, slide this one slightly to the front. See if that makes a difference for you. Maybe play with it here. And squeeze everything to center. 3 more. For 3. And 2. And 1. Very nice. Spin it around and balance it on the other side. Again, you're finding the foot. If this is your tighter side, maybe open it up a little bit first. Kneeling leg is straight ahead. Straight leg is lightly turned out. Torso comes tall. Again, reaching this leg away, sinking back towards that heel, and lift it back up for 8. Inhale, lower down, exhale to lift. The back heel can be either a toe down, like so, or if you feel more sturdy, you can put your toe down and then hinge at the hip and the knee. See what works for you. We'll go 2 more. And squeeze to center. And last one. And lift to center. Very nice. Keeping those towels, tossing them off, or broom, whatever you had. I'm going to slide my mat out a little bit here. We're going into the kneeling inner thighs. Okay, so from here, if your knees are bothering you today, skip it. Not totally necessary, but this is a good one for also the core and the upper body, so that's why I threw it in. So your hands are shoulder width apart. You might have to get a little bit more length in your spine here. Inhale, take it out. And then exhale, pull to the midline. Squeeze. Inhale, take it away. Exhale, pull together. And inhale away. We'll go for 8. And for 7. And for 6. And for 5. Try not to let the back arch here. We're almost there. 4. Don't lose those gliders. 3. Squeeze up and in. The belly pulls up and in all the way up to the top. 2. And last one, reach and pull to the midline. Very nice. Moving on, all we have left is a little bit of upper body here. You can keep the mat how it was. We're going to go into a little bit of a push-up here. So with the arms stacked right on the shoulders, this is going to be like a bow and arrow. So as the right reaches forward, or your left, excuse me, the opposite elbow bends, and then you press to pull it back in. So they're working together. We're doing something totally different. Press to pull it together. Let's go for 6. And 5. Tummy tight, glutes are pulled in. And 2. Elbows pointing to the rib. For 1. Sink it back. Two more breaths there. All right, and we're going to finish off with our feet on the gliders. So I'm going to move my mat here a little bit, double rolled my mat again, a little bit squishier for the wrist. Options to come down to elbows always. Options to just sit in child's pose if something's not feeling right in your core, your shoulders, your neck. If it hurts, don't do it, right? Take a break. So from this position here, we're going to come into a plank for some mountain climber warm-up. I'm going to do them a little slower than typical. So exhale, draw it in. Inhale, slide it back to the plank. Exhale, draw it up and in. Inhale, slide it back and up. Now see if you can keep the pelvis steady. So no lift through the hip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees down. If you need to bring them all the way up to the mat, please do. Round it out into your child's pose. Breathe for a moment. Rock the knee, rock the hips side to side, open it up. We're going into a straight leg pike, okay? So again, option to come down to the elbows. I'm gonna first show it to you with the long arms. Most important thing here, it's not about how high the hips go. You don't need to be an A-frame. Your neck just needs to be nice and long in line with the rest of your spine. So you can let me know if mine maintains. Nice and neutral in the back, big breath in. Exhale, pull the belly in, lift through the hips, squeeze to the center, and then inhale, slide it back. Inhale here, and exhale to lift. Inhale to take it back. Exhale, lift. Inhale to take it back. Exhale to lift. We've got 4 more. Option to come to your elbows. From here, and then inhale, slide it all the way back. For 3, and 2, and last one. Again, bend at the knees, round out through your lumbar. And breathe. Those are tough. So from here, I'm going to have you side sit. You can keep the front knee bent. Nice 90 degrees, nice. This other towel is going to sweep around to your arm. This top leg is still on your towel or your glider. Okay, so we're going to use this leg, use this arm. Big inhale up tall. As you exhale, take the arm away, and maybe add the leg. Come down to the elbow, reach, and exhale, pull back to center. And again, inhale, take it away. For a little extra, you can take that long leg behind you, open up the front of this hip. Same with the arm, reach, open through the chest. Circle it back in. Inhale, side reach, circle back. If it feels good, if not, leave it out. Let's go 2 more. Inhale, reach, open, circle. Hopefully your shoulders are not popping like mine. It's okay, felt good. Inhale back, exhale together. 1 more, reach, open, open, length, pull it on in, sweep it around to the other side. So before we go to the other side, just hold here, take a moment to lift top and twist. All the air out. Find a little bit more length to the center. Exhale back. We'll switch. So again, you've got one hand on, one foot. The front foot has nothing on it. It's just holding you there nice and secure. If there's anything in your way, push it out. Swiffer mom. So again, we're going to lift up nice and tall. As you're side bending, if you can, lengthen out that leg. Drop to the elbow. Open the hip. Exhale, come back around. Inhale, lift, taller, over, down to the elbow. Reach the top leg back. Open, and lift. And you have tighter side here. Right here. Inhale, lengthen. Open. Close it on in. Lift it tall. 2 more. Reach, open. Circle back for the last one. Lift it tall. Lengthen, lengthen. Reach back. If it feels good, open it. And close it on in. Sweep this front leg around. Push yourself back up tall. Take the opposite arm across. And hopefully you have a furry friend to join you in your workouts as well. Mine is extremely well behaved, so it's the only reason I can do this. He's definitely not a puppy anymore, but he loves it when people are on the floor. I'm actually surprised he sat for this long. Right, buddy? You did good. Thank you so much for joining me for in-home workouts. I know sometimes you have to be creative, but you don't need fancy in-home gyms to get a good workout in. So I know that was tough. I'm gonna be sore. I'm already sore from the inner thigh workout. So give me all your questions. If you need more modifications, please let me know. Stay healthy, stay strong. Thanks for joining me.